Hello, welcome to Straight Hatin', brought to you by Straight Hatin' Fashions and More, a new online store selling a new brand of merchandise called Straight Hatin'. They currently have a limited supply of 5 different items, but they will soon progress to 100 plus items in the near future. So go check them out at www.straighthatin'fashionsandmore.com. I'm your host, AC. Welcome. Let's get to it. Once again, it's Ravens Nation, baby. All day, every day here on Straight Hatin'. You're gonna hear the call. That's the call, baby. That's the call. Ravens Nation all day. Now, according to the Ravens website, Lamar Jackson, Odell Beckham Jr., aka OBJ, and rookie wide receiver number 4, Zay Flowers, are all already building chemistry with one another on and off the field. Now that's a great start because we need them to mesh together so they could build that atmosphere that we need, so they could trust each other, rely on one another, and be comfortable with one another. So they're doing it right now on off the field. When they get on the field, the next 8 weeks, when the season starts, we'll be ready to go. We're looking forward to that because right now we have a promising but tough schedule this season. In September, we start our season against the Houston Texans at home. Then we go away to Bengals, and then we play Colts away. Then in October, we play the Browns, and then we play them away. And then we play those stinking squealers, aka Steelers. We play them away. Now, we really gotta step up our game with them because they're gonna give us a game. I don't know what they're doing right now, if they're really ready, but they better bring their A game because we go on the way. And then we got the Titans. We play them at home, so they give us a home advantage. I don't like the last time we played them 2 seasons ago. That was devastating to me, and we can't have that happen again. So we got a home court advantage, home field advantage, so we definitely got to bring it to them. Next, we play Lions at home. Then we play those Carter Nerds, aka Cardinals. We play them away. Then in November, we play the Seahawks at home. We play the Browns at home and the Bengals at home again. Now, part of our division, Steelers, the Squealers, the Bengals, and the Browns, we got to stay on top of them this season. We let them slip away because they cheated. They cheated on that last couple of games because a technicality. They didn't let us play. We didn't even play one of those games, so that messed us up. But this season, hopefully everything goes smooth. And then we play the Chargers away, and then we have a bye week. Now the bye weeks to me is frustrating because teams tend to relax, party, and stuff like that. What we need to do is stay strong, stay focused, practice that bye week, stay at the limelight, and be ready for our last remaining games in December. Because in December, we play Rams at home, we play the Jaguars away, we play the San Francisco 49ers away, and then we play the Dolphins at home. Now, the date to be determined will be our last game to wrap up the season for us. We play the Squealers at home. Now that game is going to be exciting because our last game of the season with our toughest rival, and we're going to bring the noise. By that time period, we already know where we're going. At that part, it should be at the point that we go into the playoffs or we not. So let's be ready because our biggest rivals of this season are the Squealers, which is our number 1 rivals, like I said, which I can't stand the Squealers because I remember years ago when we played them at home, and then their coach had walked back on the field backwards as a coach. Now, everyone knows this. You don't walk on the field while the game is playing. So he proceeds to walk backwards onto the field while we're playing, trip up one of our runners while they was running, and then, it caused some points. All he did was smile, look up at the camera, smile, then had him on the big screen smiling, And it took them 3 months later before they would fine him 100 grand. 100 grand to him is nothing. So to him, it's worth messing up our game. So ever since then, in that game, I saw it on TV at a relative's house. I hated him ever since. And I had a stronger hate for that team. You know what I'm saying? So we really got to beat the Squillers. And then that was a tougher rival. And then we got the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. Cleveland Browns, our rival began with them because when they left Baltimore to Cleveland, they felt some kind of way. They felt upset or whatnot. They felt like they should have, they would stay there to win the championship, but they left. We won it. That's on them. So we need to stay up on top of them too. We can't let them slip through the cracks. Then we got Tennessee Titans, another tough rival. Again, when we played them a couple of seasons ago, man, I was so hurt when they beat us. I cried. I was in tears. I was hurting the whole week. It was just that bad. We can never have that again. I will never forget that loss. It was devastating. So, and then we had some knucklehead talking about, remember the Titans, remember the Titans. F the Titans. We got their number this year. So we going all the way. And I'm still hating on you. I'm still straight hating on you trash ass teams. Now, did you know that there's only one team in the NFL, one team in the NFL that never beat the Baltimore Ravens ever, and they never will? I'm gonna give you a second to guess what that team is. No. All right, time's up. You guess what that team is? Guess what? That's right. If you guessed it, it's the sorry ass Dallas Cowgirls. Oh my goodness. They've never beaten us, not once, ever in football history. For all you Cowgirls fans, we play y'all next, not this coming season, but the following season, in the regular season. And we're ready to show you again that you're nothing. And guess what? You still suck. Cowgirls suck. I got my wife, my in-laws, they all Cowgirls fans, and this is for y'all. They suck. And guess what? They had the nerve, their quarterback had the nerve, because last season he had 20 sacks. 20 sacks last season. And he made a statement, according to my unknown source, what I won't display, that he's only going to make, well, this season he's going to make less than 7 sacks. He's going to get less than 7 sacks. I'm not sure what he did his bad fact, because if he was at 20 sacks, in no way you'll get this less than 7. I mean, if he could have said, well, I got 18 or 15, but less than 7, he had 20. What you ate that made you that confident? Spinach? You're not Popeye, buddy. But you're going to sit your butt down like Brutus, and you don't get knocked the F out. That's how we said on this one. We're straight hating all day, baby. And I have some more news about that no-name DC team, formerly known as the Commanders, formerly known as the Washington football team, formerly known as the Redskins. Yeah, you named them. Guess what? According to the Sportica, Daniel Snyder, agreed to sell that trashy team for only $6 billion. Now, I say only $6 billion. To me, that's a lot of money. To me and you, that's a lot of money. But to billionaires, $6 billion is like toilet paper. No, spend nothing. Now, they'll say they sell the team for $200 billion, $100 billion, even $50 billion. That'll be more to talk about. But only $6 billion to a bunch of billionaires, the next step down is millions. So they're trash. And guess what? They haven't even made the deal yet. We got 8 weeks left in the season. They didn't make the deal yet. They have no name and they have no owner. So we don't know if they're going to even play. So if they don't even play, they can probably sit on the sidelines. We got to, I'll tell you what, team formerly known as, we got jobs for y'all. You're going to be the water boy, a bodyguard, the the ball boy, the jock strap boy, the manager. We got jobs for y'all. Don't worry. We got y'all covered if y'all stay out of jail, all right? And the legal stuff, okay? So that's how we're gonna do it. Straight hating all day, baby. And guess what? Last on my list of straight hate on will be the Minnesota Vikings. Now, they share the same colors as Baltimore Ravens. And here's my Baltimore Ravens jersey right here. The same colors, but they can't be us. They can't be us. They can't be us. They can rock the same colors, but it just can't be us. Now, I gotta admit, last season they was good. I was surprised. Even their fans were surprised. I've talked to some fans, the Minnesota Vikings, and they're like, man, I can't believe we did better than normally. So for them to get what it was last season, it was a shock to everybody. So that was last season. So we don't know what's going to happen this season. Maybe they could keep it up, keep up the good work, and hopefully they do. So we don't know what's going to happen next. But y'all need to change our colors because y'all making those colors suck. You know what I mean? So, and here it is right now. So what we're going to do is every week I'll be giving you the updates on the Baltimore Ravens every chance I get because it's Ravens Nation, baby. Every day here on Straight Hating. That's right. Every day here on Straight Hating is Ravens Nations. And I'll make sure I didn't forget somebody on my Straight Hating list. It seemed like I forgot one. Yes, I gotta give them some credit too. The Sheagles, AKA the Eagles. Now, last year, they had a good season. In fact, their whole division had a good season last year. Not counting last season, every season in the league, they were counted as the worst division in the league. The worst division. So last season, that whole division had a good season. So, but guess what? That's like a fluke. Once in a lifetime, baby. You probably see them again another 5-10 years, maybe. Now, they won. Sheagles had a good season last year. But guess what? When they played us, we played them 5 times. They played the Baltimore Ravens. Out of 5 times, the Ravens won 3 out of 5 games. Out of 5 games. I tell you who's better. We're definitely better than them. And if they try to bring it, I think we're going to see them the following season also. I'm not sure on their schedule. I'm going to let you know that next time. But again, that's it for right now on the Baltimore Ravens. I'll give you some more updates on them as I go. Every time you see me, just remember, on Straight Hating, it's Ravens Nation, baby. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! All right. Let's change the topic a little bit. I'm going to touch on some politics. Like I told y'all last time, politics is a gloomy topic, but we have to discuss it because whether you believe it or not, it does affect our lives on a daily basis, whether it's directly or indirectly. So we gotta talk about it. You can't turn on the news while seeing politics. You can't turn the radio while hearing something about politics. It's affecting our life, affecting our economy, because our economy is raising up on funds, on taxes and stuff. Everything's more expensive, and then money's going outward, to the different country. Now, for world politics, we got to discuss Russia and Ukraine war. Now, it's 2 points of view on the Russian and Ukraine war. One, which I understand for most people I spoke to, and for myself as well, that's not our war. We shouldn't be in it. We shouldn't be talking about it. We shouldn't have to do anything with it because wars happen in different countries all the time, and we always get hurt when we step in on those wars that don't directly involve us. Because you have wars in Africa. You never hear them coverage. at all. In other little countries as well. But I understand the effects of this war. But because on the other hand, it's important. Now, Russia is being a bully to Ukraine. We got to step in, know what's going on to help them out, Ukraine. So if Russia takes over Ukraine, they're going to try to go over to another country and do the same thing, and could possibly start a world war with us. Now, this affects us in many ways. Our tax money. Our tax money is going over there to the war. That's why we need to know about it, because Ukraine is getting supplies and stuff from us, so to help them, which is a good thing. But I'm looking at a different point of it. We got people here that's hurting and whatnot that can use that money and support. But again, I understand that they need to get it so they can win the war. In fact, the war should not even be. You got it started and ran by a dictator, Putin. He's a dictator. A dictator is hungry for power, control. They don't care who they hurt, who's hurting in the process. And in fact, he's a friend of our ex-president. So, and that makes it scary, because if the ex-president ever get back in office again, that can change some problems for us, because our ex-president likes Putin. He thinks the world of Putin. He thinks that he wants to be just like Putin. He likes the way he operates, and he want to do the America just like that. He said those words. I digress. We need to stay focused, put it into this war altogether, figure out a way to stop this war, get that country back on its track with Ukraine, stop the Russian President Putin. He's doing a lot of criminal activities, war crimes that he need to be accounted for. So have peace, because we don't need another war on our hands, getting bigger than what it is going on. This is just a stage right now for a bigger war to come. So we got to put it into it. So moving to the national politics. Now, we have Dr. Cornel West. Look him up. He's a genius. He's a smart guy, very intelligent. I've been viewing his stuff for years, off and on. He's running for president this year. He's trying to start a new party, something different from Democrats and Republicans, because we need to. He want to focus on ending that war, stopping that war, giving them, bringing peace to the countries, and also helping people at home, building structures at home that help the poverty-stricken, those who in our economy, for our businesses and small business and stuff. He has a lot of great ideas. He's still working on doing another party, and that's what I'm saying. I said it last time. I'm all for doing a different party, because the Republican Party and the Democrat Party sucks. We gotta stop, because those two parties acting like children in office, playing with our money and our lives. So we need to get a party that has structure, that can work together, even if you disagree, work together, and have the focus of the people in mind, far as building our economy, helping us make money, keeping our oil and gas and products inward, inland, versus going, instead of outsourcing all the time. I remember they started outsourcing back in the 90s, late 90s, and they made that a thing to keep going. And right now, they do everything overseas. So Dr. Cornel West, keep an eye on him. If he's running for president, I'm rooting for him. We need more people like him to stand up to say this is wrong. We need something else. We need something better. Right now, because right now we got Trump and Biden. This can't be all we have. I mean, it just can't be. You mean there's no one else that can beat these guys, that can stand up to these guys? Trump and Biden. I can't get a day or go through a day without hearing Trump and Biden, Trump and Biden. They are the presidents of the United States, one a former and one a current. They're not the United States. They shouldn't be the topics of discussion on a daily basis, except for them doing something that's helping our economy, helping our cities, making laws to help, not to hurt. I'm 100% in favor of a new party. In fact, a couple of days ago on CNN, there's a Republican congressman and a Democrat congressman. They're working together to start a third party, a new party. And they are on opposite sides, two different parties, but they have agreements and have disagreements. But they stand strong on what's important for the people. And more people like that need to stand up on Republican sides and Democratic sides. Just start over. A different party altogether. And they're doing that. I know I spoke on that. And guess what? They are doing that. They're trying to start another party. Republicans, there's some Democrats and Republicans working together to start a new party that'll make things change. Now, I'm all for that. Now, that's what I'm looking for, so I can be ready to vote. The election is coming up very soon. So we got to keep an eye on this stuff because it affects us directly and indirectly. I try to find some things on local politics. I saw a lot of stuff. I wasn't too impressed to share. Next time I will step on that. And that's just in my opinion. I'll be more keen to what's going on to sharing. I saw some stuff that I wasn't really too happy with. Not to talk about really. So right now that's enough on politics. We're going to switch to everyday issues and stuff. Now, here's a big thing. Now, this is a huge topic. Discussing Chinese people and black people. Now, the dynamics between Chinese people and black people goes way back in history, with Africa and China. Now, that's a story for a different day, different topic. But I'm going to touch a little bit on that. But our connection goes far back that people don't understand, don't know. However, I've been seeing a lot of videos lately of some people, and I won't say names, but they talk strongly about how Chinese people don't eat soul food or don't go to soul food restaurants, and don't put money in the black communities. And black people always eating Chinese food, put money in the Asian communities and stuff like that. And that's true. But here's the thing, the topic on Chinese food. Listen, I love Chinese food. I love the fuck out of Chinese food. I grew up with Chinese food since I lived in New York as a youth. Even when I moved to Germany for 3.5 years, moved to Maryland, I'm living in South Carolina. I love Chinese food. I'm not gonna stop eating Chinese food. Where you go to eat should be a preference of choice. I shouldn't be asked or persuaded to only eat soul food because I'm black. Okay, I know soul food. I eat the soul food. Shit, I don't care if somebody else eats soul food. So we in this thing that we gotta eat soul food. We put money into. Okay, I understand. I understand, and I agree with some of the stuff about putting money in their own economy, your own people, and stuff like that. But it gotta be some way we have some okay on having an opinion and choice of what we eat and where we go and what we do, without having to be about culture. First of all, the cultural part of it is the biggest part, which is good. The experience of it all. So what? They don't want to eat soul food. I'm sure some of them do eat soul food, but so what? We love the culture. We eat Mexican food. We eat Italian food. We eat, again, soul food. We eat Chinese food. We eat Japanese food. The cultural experience, it shouldn't be stopped. Now, to say, well, Chinese people don't eat soul food, there are Chinese people who do eat soul food. In fact, I'm gonna hit this real quick. Chinese people learned how to cook and fry food and stuff from Africans. They were taught back in the day from Africans how to cook. Look in your history for those who taught it. They learned from Africans. Now they've taken what they learned and they've gotten better with it and kept going with it and became theirs. Because we had black Chinese people. We had Africans all across the nation. We have black Chinese people. We have black Asians. We have black Japanese. We have black Mexicans. We have black people all over the world. So to say, don't eat something, which we had taught them in the first place how to do it. Look up your history. I'm Black History every month, every day. 365, not just 30 days. Well, excuse me, 28 days. That's not me. I'm Black History all the time. But I don't want to go deep into that because I'm not about that. But Chinese food, stay the fuck up Chinese food. I love my Chinese food. Hell, tomorrow I'm gonna give you some fucking Chinese food. If I can. Any chance I get for eating Chinese food, I'm gonna eat my damn Chinese food, man. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on it. I probably the last thing I fucking eat Chinese food. And seafood, we gonna say don't eat seafood too? Because shrimp is a fucking crustacean that's a water bug like cockroaches. Who gives a fuck? I love that seafood cockroach. Dip that bitch in some butter and some cocktail sauce. Psh, man. And some crab legs. Man. Psh, please, brother. And the person who said this the most was a brother. I ain't said no names. Because it's not important. But stay the fuck up Chinese food. I'm tired of hearing that shit. Don't eat Chinese food. Fuck you. Chinese all day, baby. Excuse me. I probably was a little ignorant, but I was trying to make a point there. So forgive me for that part. So it's a fucking point I'm trying to make. So please forgive me for the ignorant comment I just made. Now I'm going to change the subject to something else. Now, there's a company that I highly disagree with, and I feel like, from my experience, I'm gonna point that out. So people like, well, this company, you said something about this company. No, this company is fucking terrible. It's a piece of shit. From my experience, it's a fucking piece of shit. This company is called Geek Squad. They're part of Best Buy. It's a fucking piece of shit. They take advantage of people that probably don't know simple stuff about computers, the basic stuff. They take advantage. I know something about computers. My problem is patience and frustration. Other stuff that I won't name, but here's what I had to deal with. And starting my company, I was getting frustrated with doing certain small stuff and certain stuff. So I contacted Geek Squad probably a few weeks ago, probably a month ago. Heard so much about them. You know, I see them all the time. Geek Squad, Geek Squad. First of all, they're hard to get up with. You get called and you're rerouted. This here, this place. So let's get down to the business. I got somebody help me on the computer. He did it remotely on the computer. So he played on my computer. He was not kind. He was not nice. He was talking too fucking fast. He wouldn't slow down. He took over and kept going places. He was kind of rude. And I was frustrated, and he was going in different accounts and stuff. And I wanted my website up that day, right? And I made that clear. So by the end of that session with him, he said it won't be up to 24 hours. I said, what? 24 hours? How do you get from today to 24 hours? Well, I did something with your firewall and all that stuff. You got to be confirmed. Then he said, well, give me a call back on this number. It was a private number. away from the number that I initially called. He said, don't call me this number because you'll be routing somebody else and all that kind of stuff, but call me on this number. So to me, it's like a scheme. Give a different number to call. He said, call me and I will help you. But you can't get back online until 24 hours. So then we hung up. The whole time I felt uncomfortable, I was disappointed. I had this other number, so after a few hours or so, I got rid of the number. I don't want to be schemed. You know what I'm saying? I've been taken advantage of one time in my life. I let my guard down. So being a native New Yorker and a city boy, I know about scams and schemes and stuff. But even I got taken advantage of a couple years back. Similar situation, but something different. I lost some money. But at the time period, I had it to lose, but I didn't want to lose a dime. It's not the fact that I had the money to lose, but what if I didn't have it to lose and I needed that money? So I could never let that part go, because what if I really needed that money that I lost? So I could never get that away. You know, some people talk and say, well, they told me, said, well, don't think of it that way. You know, the experience you went through, it's a bad experience, and you learn from it, and thank God you had it to. But I don't want to lose a penny from a scammer. You know, yes, I was financially stable. I still am. And I had it to lose. But the thought that I lost money, a fucking dime, a penny, a nickel, I don't like to lose money over some bullshit, especially stolen from me, and I couldn't get it back. I digress. Back to the story at hand. So I waited, and then I tried other options to get the stuff taken care of. For a week went by. I contacted them again because I ran out of other options at that time period. I had a few more options, but I wanted to hit them again. And then they told me, well, we can't help you. We don't do that type of work. We don't do remote, and we can't assist you. I said, but y'all did assist me. No, we couldn't have. Then we hung up. I said, how the fuck? They said they couldn't do it, and it happened. I said, I can't. I'm glad I don't fuck with this company. And then another week was going by. I went to some other options. Then I ran out of options. I had a couple options left, right? So I tried them again. This time I was determined to get through this time. So what happened, I got through and spoke to the lady, and she kept saying, they looked up the history, and there's no record or history of me ever calling, of it being that this ever happened. So she's for like 30 minutes, she was calling me a liar without saying the words liar. And she didn't really know who was on the other side of the phone talking to her. I was cursing her ass out the whole fucking time because, bitch, I did call you. Bitch, this did happen. Bitch, motherfuckers on my goddamn shit. No, it did happen. Who the fuck, are you serious? I cursed this bitch out so fucking much and so bad. My wife came downstairs and was like, are you okay? I heard you all the way upstairs in the fucking room. So I didn't realize, you know, how much I was going off with her. But eventually, the woman calmed down or cooperated, and she became a different person, was very nice, was very helpful, very sweet, kept apologizing for at least the next 20 minutes. Ashley was helping me find the problem that I needed to have done, was working with me. But then before she did so, she said, listen, you may need to go to a level 2 tech. Here's the warning. May go to, she said, she's a level 1 tech, may go to a level 2 tech to do and operate, get the help that I need, because it may be above her tech level of expertise. She said it's cost $39.99. I said, I'm not paying no goddamn more money for this shit. Something y'all did to my computer and messed up my computer and put a block on my damn computer. You need to fix this shit. So she appeared to be understanding, nice and sweet. Another 20 minutes went by. She remotely doing on my computer. Working on my computer the same way they said they fucking couldn't do, they can't do, they shouldn't do, I don't have an account for them to do, but she was fucking doing it on my computer. The same, for 20 minutes prior, she was calling me a fucking liar. And then 20 minutes later, she's doing the same shit that she said wasn't happening. Okay, I'm already pissed off, but she calmed me down. I'm kind of cool now. I'm being real cool. She's working me, helping things out. So I'm feeling more relaxed. I'm calm. My guards are down. Now I'm accepting her apology. Before I wasn't. So now I'm accepting the apology. I said, okay. Then she said, you know, I have to go to level 2 because I did everything I could and we couldn't get it done. At that time period, I felt comfortable because I actually saw what was going on. She was talking to me nicely. It was slowly. She was explaining things to me as she was doing it. So I felt relaxed and comfortable. So yeah, give me the level 2 operator. I paid her $39.99, which to me is still $40. So went to level 2 person, came on. Now, she called me and talked to me, another lady, called me and talked to me, whatever, you know. Then she started chatting me the rest of the way, the chat. She did the same stuff. Now she did some more stuff, got some more stuff remotely, whatever. Okay, another 30 minutes went by. On the end of 30 minutes, you're like, well, we did everything we could. It can't be done anymore from my end. I tried everything. And she said it nicely. She said, well, you need to go back to the web designer, the company that you had the website in the first place, and ask them to fix the problem on their end. But how it came to me, it was very nice and sweet, and I understood I need to do this. So I'm like, okay. But after in that conversation and in everything, okay, a couple of hours went by already. I'm tired, I'm exhausted. Time went by. Then I realized I lost $40 fucking, and I didn't want to spend in the first place. But now I'm tired, exhausted. I felt like a trick. I paid $40 and I was a trick. So eventually I called my company up. They was very nice and whatnot. I told them the situation. We got taken care of. It was about an hour or so, but we took care of it together, and it was done. I finally got the shit done and completed. Something that took that time period to get done that should have taken, so I lost 2 weeks or a month in the process. But I felt like a $40 trick. I felt like I was sweet talked to give them fucking $40 like, to a hoe. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. So, fuck Geek Squad, and I told them I was gonna let people know how fucked up they really are. And I'm gonna let people know all the time, fuck Geek Squad. They are a fucking lie, they full of shit, and they got scammers. The person, the ladies, they looked in the back in their stuff, in their system, they said they don't even know the person that was helping me. They have no record of it. No history of anything. So be careful. You got people out there scamming, and they was questioning. Maybe it's been a part somebody was working with us that tried to scam you or something like that. Be careful. But they after a while they realized I was telling the truth, because the information as far as the remote system comes up on your computer. I said I remember that remote system. Because I had to close it down. So she apologized again, but that was my experience with that, and I had to share that because be careful, people. Be aware. People out there are scamming hard. They feel like they can get you. They're gonna try to get you. So don't do Geek Squad. Try to do something else. You know what I'm saying? So if you could. That's my avenue on that. That's my point of view on that part. And another topic I want to talk about. I saw a disturbing video, I think yesterday. A group called the Island Boys. I know some of y'all heard of the Island Boys. I really didn't know the fuck that was. I see them time to time pop up on my social media. Oh my God. These two are brothers. They got a lot of crap on their face. I guess they do something called rap or whatever. I'm not sure what they do. Singers or something. These motherfuckers. Now I want to put this disclaimer out. I have nothing against gay people. Nothing against any sexual of any kind. My only gripe was that when you put it towards kids, I have a huge concern and gripe against fucking with our youth and our children that's younger than 18, and y'all pushing stuff on our children. That's the only gripe I have against gay people or anybody of that matter. Now, other than that, get back to the story. These two are brothers. And I saw a clip, I was skimming through it, and I'm like, okay, let's see what this is about. These motherfuckers were kissing. Not just it's my brother. This motherfucker had a passionate kiss. Motherfucker eyes are closed, head turned to the side, and each other. I said, what the fuck am I looking at? And then they had the nerve to say, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with what we did. We good. Some other shit they was saying. What? Let me collect my thoughts real quick. Listen, the youth are watching you. I'm not sure what country y'all came from, what rock you climb from under. You fuckers are brothers. And you didn't kiss each other. You fucking had a passionate fucking kiss. There's nothing cool about that whatsoever. I don't know where you guys come from, because there's a lot of you guys do the same dumb shit. I remember seeing some shit a few years back. It was a video or something, some group of black guys on the street in the corner of New York. I think it was part of a group or had a little gang or something, a posse or whatever. I don't know if you still call it posses, whatever. But they were talking about bros take care of each other, man. Bros take care of each other. We don't need no woman. We need no hoes. Bro, take care of each other, man. If he needs something, I'll give it to him. He need his dick sucked, I'll suck it. He need to get jack off, we take care of each other. That's bro, take care of each other. I don't know what fucking what y'all been smoking that's made y'all so fucking stupid. Bros do not take care of each other like that. Homies don't do that shit. Homies don't do that. Bros don't do that. Friends don't do that. Man, fuck you. Stop this dumb shit, man. This shit, we got kids. Look at this shit. You think this is cool. They want to be like you guys. You're on the TV. You're doing stuff. You're in these houses doing stuff like that. Y'all parading this bullshit. And I ain't trying to be no religious stuff and all that stuff. I'm just trying to say, y'all on some fucking dumb shit. Men need to get back to being men. Women need to learn how to be feminine women. Understand how women have to be somewhat tough. They got to take care of themselves. At most part, I have daughters, so I understand that. But I still want them to be feminine daughters. I want my son to be a masculine man. You know, what they do as adults, that's on them. I'm not on their children though. I'm gonna make sure they stay on terms of who they are, as far as gender roles and stuff like that, which is only 2 genders. Y'all motherfuckers come up with a list of 100 genders, and they can't explain the shit. I saw a fucking, I'm talking about 100 genders. This is out of control. So when they come adults, they do their thing. All I can do is still love them, be by their side, support them, whatever. But they got to make their own choices. But you idiots are fucking making it worse for everybody. Now, everybody looking at this country like the #1 country in the world, but we've been doing the dumbest shit in the world for years and still doing it. Haven't learned shit from my mistakes. Haven't learned shit from my history. Everything's going backwards. They just cut off affirmative action for colleges. Everything's going backwards. But guess what? When they cut the affirmative action, I know this changed this topic. They have this ideology in their mind that the black people who got into it, which we needed that boost to get into those colleges and stuff, that doors open for affirmative action, which is a great point of why we had it in the first place, because a lot of things are blocked off for black people, minorities, to get in to certain areas, certain doors. But they got it in their minds that without that, we're not smart enough to be there. And that's not true. That's 100% not true. So with them stopping it, they assuming, well, this could help Asian Americans to get in and make a hindrance for others. But guess what? We're still smart enough to go into the colleges regardless, because we needed that breakthrough in the beginning to get in, because the day of age and that time period had a blockage, additional blockage on black people. And they still do in certain areas. But if we do it merit for merit, as far as really showing our smarts and stuff and really doing it, we got millions of blacks who deserve to be in those colleges and schools anyway, without any affirmative action. So, and they're gonna prove that. Regardless, they have no choice to prove it now because y'all done stopped it. So, all y'all doing is going backwards in time, reversing things that already been put in place to help people. And this is America. It's supposed to be a land of free, hopes and dreams, all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. Y'all forget, this land was built on the backs of slaves who did free labor. And I touch base on this real quick. I'm gonna touch on this real quick. I think there's some people out there think slavery was a choice. I'm still hearing stuff saying, well, they try to make some valid points and stuff, certain stuff. They say, well, people chose to be slaves in order to get a place to stay or to get food and stuff like that. No, they didn't choose to be a slave to do shit. They were forced into slavery, beaten to submission, and killed when they fought back. There's nothing freely about slavery that ever existed. Now, I do agree the terminology of saying, well, we're in somewhat of an economical slave time period right now, and it could be of choice right now. But this time periods are different from those time periods. These time periods of a more of an economical slavery, financial slavery, that's a different topic altogether. But to ever say slavery that was back in the day, that was of choice, is fucking stupid. They were beaten, killed, raped, taken into submission, into custody, by force. Because yes, the Africans and blacks did fight. Some weren't able to. And when they lost, they were captive. So this narrative about it's a choice is stop this dumb. Y'all trying to erase. Y'all thinking y'all say this shit over and over again, repeat it over and over again, over and over again. And repetition does change people's mind because they hear it. And then people hear it for the first time. They don't know about that history. They be like, well, the youth will pick it up and say, well, okay, it was a choice. You're trying to re-erase shit that happened, which you already did when you erased the past in the first place. Now you're trying to erase a new past that we have. Stop the dumb shit. Because I see what's going on, and I see the shit on a regular basis. Man, and you got adults that's talking like this. And they really believe this shit. You got people older than me. I'm only 40 years old. And you got people talking that crazy stuff and then their 60s, 70s, 80s. I'm nowhere close to them ages, so F you if you think that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap up this episode right now, but I want to recommend 7 movies I think you enjoy watching. There's also, I had help from my 22-year-old daughter as well. I recommend the first one. The movie is called The Creator. It's in theaters September 29th. I definitely want to see this. It's about some futuristic stuff, AI, a lot of adventure, excitement. It's coming out in the theaters. So go check that out, man. I think that's going to be awesome, for real. The next 6 recommendations came from my daughter. Again, she's 22 years old. She looked at those movies and she thought that was really great. She recommended it's all from Netflix. It's family-friendly, child-friendly movies. So she's a great support on that. The first one is Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots. Again, that's on Netflix. A new movie, family-friendly, has adventure, has that Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse touch to it. She really enjoyed it. She thinks your family and kids will enjoy it as well. So go check that out. Another one called Vivo. Has an ethnic Latino language and style to it. PG-13, family-friendly, has adorable talking animals, well-known stars such as Zoe Saldana from the Guardians of the Galaxy, Michael Rooker from the Walking Dead, and more. A lot of great stars in that one. Then you have Minions, The Rise of Gru. Fun to watch, PG-13, family-friendly, silly, chill and funny. She really enjoyed it. She thinks that's real good for youth, and also for adults as well. Another one, Kung Fu Panda 3. PG-13, family-friendly, has action, has adventure, very exciting, enjoyable to watch. Then you have Wish Dragon. It's another family-friendly movie. Very enjoyable to watch. And a movie called Storks. A silly, family-friendly movie, has adventure. Very weird, but very good to watch. And that wrapped it up for me for the day. Now, don't forget to check out Straight Hatin' online apparel store called Straight Hatin' Fashions and More. Go to www.straighthatin'fashionsandmore.com. Thank you for watching and listening to me, depending on what platform you're currently using. Follow my podcast on straighthatin.castos.com for video and audio podcasts, and straighthatinpodcast.buzzsprout.com for audio podcasts. And I'm also on Spotify and other platforms as well. Now, I'm your host, AC. It's been a pleasure talking to you today. Talk to you later. Peace.